Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Hard Live, I'm in the Matt. Hello. Okay, what's up? How is everyone doing today? Hope you're having a nice day. So what's happening with Buffy? Last time we got Teacher's Pet, I think that was the name of the episode. The episode where the MILF was also a giant mantis lady, and we chopped her up real good, and we learned that being a virgin is okay. I don't know if there was like more subtext to it, but people will let me know in the comments probably when that episode airs. Episode 2 aired this week, and reception for Buffy seems to be mostly pretty okay. A lot of people are tuning in. I even got like other Buffy reactors tuning in into the comments, and I'm just like, damn, y'all are passionate, you know? Like, you're not gonna catch me in the comment section for like another reactor doing like The Expanse or some stuff. Maybe Blindwave, because I do like Blindwave, and some other channels that I already follow, but like, you're not gonna catch me like searching for other people that are just starting a new show. So I'm like, damn, Buffy people, y'all care. Y'all care a lot. That's fun. Anyway, I will give like a delayed like apology. I suppose I already did give one in episode 3. I think I did. When I started episode 3, I was like, sorry if I sounded harsh on episode 2. I'm gonna do that again because episode 2 air, and most people seem to be cool actually. Like, people seem pretty chill, and there's a lot of people who are very understanding of the fact that season 1 is not great. So I'm going through it, and they're like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm excited for whenever you get to season 2 and the show starts to like get like really good, and then you're gonna start like appreciating all this like small things that it's doing, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm looking forward to it. But like right now this show still feels like Power Rangers a little bit. Not fully, it feels like Power Rangers but also an anime and white as hell. Though given Power Rangers did feel very like white suburban anyway, but like, yeah, that's what this makes me feel like. Except that it has like weird fucked up monsters and people die, and I'm like, you know what, that's great actually. I love that, because the other thing is that people might not like realize what they don't get a good read of my personality and how I feel about things yet. So now whenever I say things, people might misinterpret them. So let me just say right now, it takes a lot for me to dislike something. It takes a lot for me to not have fun. And in fact, whenever it sounds like I'm being harsh on something, it is actually me just having fun. So yes, that. People might have a hard time understanding that, and I completely understand that as well, because I know that I'm the weird one here, but this is the way I do things. This is my channel, and this is just kind of the way I consume media, so y'all are just gonna have to deal with that. It's totally okay if you just want to dip out and go to a different channel, because this might just be a waste of time for you, but this is just the way I am. I'm sorry, I can't do much about it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, Buffy, what's up? Okay, this is something I was thinking when I was editing previous episode, because in episode 3 we met Amy? I could be wrong with that name, but we met that other girl that had the witch mom, and then in previous episode we met like Blaine, which is the Chad of this school, at least of their class. And something I was thinking about, and I thought about it during the episode 3, and I said it during the review of it. I hope we meet characters that they like reappear throughout the series. Like, that would be something that I would love, because I did mention that is one of my favorite things about Diamond is Unbreakable. Seeing characters, being introduced to them, and they are somewhat related to the plot of the episode, and maybe directly, maybe they are the episode, and then we just kind of forget about them for a little bit, and then like 3 episodes later they show up again and they actually have a part in the episode, and maybe we learn even more about them, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool. So I'm not sure if the show is gonna do that, but it would be really fun if like characters like Amy and Blaine, who are just really just one-off characters for now, it would be cool if they show up again. Maybe they have a big part, maybe they have a small part, but it would be cool to see them again. So yeah, that's just a small hope that I have for the show, because I think that would be cool. Yeah, okay, so let's just start the episode. So if you would be interested in watching more Buffy, you can do so over at the page, and check out the link below at the pop-up on the screen. You can watch the next 2 episodes already and full-length reactions. So yeah, if you're into that, sure, you can also support the channel. That would be great. Thank you so much to Nonman for sponsoring this video, and let's begin. Alright, Buffy, Season 1, Episode 5. Let's go. Okay, right into action.
We haven't been properly introduced. I'm Buffy, and you're history.
Good one-liner.
Poor technique.
Oh, Baldy's back.
Hanging in
What's
the
up?
balance, the anointed, the
Anointed.
master's great warrior. He will lead her into hell.
Ooh.
As it is written, so shall it be.
So he also has a prophecy that he wants to go for. If this intro ever changes, I'm not gonna notice. If there's ever anything new to the intro, I'm not gonna realize. I looked just when they showed up. I thought it was over.
I don't think this represents any.
Wait, it's right here. Sun and 3 stars.
The fact that she realized, but he didn't. This is your job, man.
Oh, Owen. Hi.
Who?
What do you want?
A book?
Whomst?
You don't seem bookwormy.
So,
Type of
do
person to
you have a
lock themselves
crush
in
on
a dark room
him?
with them.
I love books. I mean, I really love books.
Do you?
Emily Dickinson.
We're both fans.
Yes, she's quite a good poet.
What's your
I mean,
favorite
for,
Dickinson book?
A girl?
For an American.
I love whenever he talks shit on Americans. It's a little bit like a self-insert for me. She has a crush.
Do you have any more copies of Emily Dickinson? I need one.
She wants to get into Dickinson. Owen's gonna be connected to the problem in
Does that
some
make me
way.
look fat?
Oh my god, girl. Oh my god, girl. I love that Giles' expression was the exact same as mine. It was like, oh my fucking god, I don't have time for this.
He's all alone. Maybe somebody should sit with him.
I wonder if he's the anointed or something. Like, I mean, he's gonna matter to the plot of the episode. I just don't know in what manner. If I should be suspicious of him or if he's gonna be a victim or something. Like,
Who else going?
Well, I'm gonna be there.
Who else?
You mean besides me?
yes, that's what I asked.
Buffy, what about you?
What?
He seems
No,
really
no.
interested in her. Might be a misdirection, but
Well, we'll be ready whenever it is.
Which is tonight.
yeah,
Tonight,
okay.
okay. Not okay. It can't be tonight. But cute guy, teenager, but post-pubescent fantasies.
This will just have to be put on hold.
Uh,
The dark forces are aligning against us, and we have a chance to beat them back. Tonight, we go into battle.
yeah. Okay, good. Funny.
If your identity as the Slayer is revealed, it could put you and all those around you in grave danger.
Okay.
Well, in that case, I won't wear my button that says, I'm a Slayer, ask me how.
This might be an important episode. Like, this might be an episode where shit happens. That is, like, important to her character development.
Sure, it was tonight.
It's... I mean, it means 5 people are gonna die, right? Like, we can't really prepare for that. Like, this is like a family in a car. The car is just gonna fucking explode or some shit.
I went on an airplane.
A pale horse emerged with death as its rider. You will be judged. You will be judged.
Okay. Is it Dancing with Cordelia? Yep. Sad teenager moment. Car accident. 5 people die here, probably.
Can you move?
Yeah. Okay. So he is the anointed and they need to bring him to the master. That's what they said, right?
My watch broke, and we don't have any clocks in our house, and so I didn't know what time it was or even what day it was.
I thought I was the only one that happened to. I'll even lend you my watch. Well, we could invite the chess club.
Yes, well, there are quite a few
So,
interpretations.
tonight's looking pretty slow, right? Probably best to relax and regroup. No big disasters coming. That is so good. I will see you tomorrow then. Bye!
My god, girl.
There'll be time enough to remember. When I rule it,
I fucking love this guy.
kill her.
He overacts the exact amount.
That's Owen. That's
Giles.
Giles.
We need to talk.
Buffy's not home.
Bodies have been taken to Sunnydale Funeral Home. We can...
Giles, why do you want to hurt me?
I beg your pardon?
Hey,
Why is the librarian here?
man, you really care about your work.
Maintaining a normal social life as a Slayer, it's problematic at best.
This is the 90s, the 1990s in point of fact, and I can do both. Clark Kent has a job. I just want to go on a date.
Well, I suppose it was a fairly slim lead. Just go to the funeral home in case. Just see if anything comes up.
This is bad.
Yes.
He's gonna be all right. He's like super librarian, you know?
He's got
Everyone forgets
superpowers.
that knowledge is the ultimate weapon.
Yes, but also no. Listen, man, you can argue that Batman, how good he is because of how smart he is, but like, listen, Batman has money.
Do you have a tragic and romantic life with a lot of bees?
Quiet, kind of sequestered and uneventful, which I can really relate to. I don't get out much. It's like you're two people.
Really? Which one do you like better?
The ones that's more mysterious, maybe. Man, we're really making use of this graveyard set. We've been here like 3 out of 5 episodes. 4? I hope... Oh god! Cross? Okay. Do you have a second cross? Can you dual wield? Okay. I hope Willow and Sander come in and help. I really hope that. What if Giles is the... Oh god, they came here to help. Let's go. God, I hope we can save him. It'll be fucked up if they take the mentor figure like right away. Oh! What's up?
Hello, salty.
Oh, she's gonna be so fucking jealous. Yeah.
Buffy.
Angel.
Why is this happening to me?
Prophecy, anointed one, yada yada yada.
So you know, fine. I just thought I'd warn you.
Warn me.
Look at this. Show up everywhere. Interesting.
We gotta get to, we thought it'd be fun if we made this a double date.
I didn't know you guys were seeing each other.
Buffy clue in.
You know what'd be cool? The Sunnydale Funeral Home.
I've always wanted to go there.
Funeral home.
Yes.
Actually, that sounds kind of cool. Do you think we can all sneak in?
What?
You guys never before.
Okay, no, I don't trust Owen. Like, this could be like the craziest misdirect, but the fact that he was like, you know what, that would be cool. Why would he be like, hell yeah, let's go to a funeral home? That sounds like fun. I mean, he could just be just some dude that's like a little bit weird.
This is so cool.
Owen.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
suppose you guys are allowed? What are
yeah,
we doing here? Are we gonna see a dead body?
yeah,
Possibly several.
yeah. Why don't trust him? He hid there.
It is you.
Oh my god.
Meaning,
I hid.
Yes,
But this
that's
chap
smart.
was good enough to bunk with me till they went away.
Yeah, I thought that was a good experience.
I just need to get Owen and the others out of harm's way first.
Owen? You brought a date?
I didn't bring him. He came.
Which is sus as fuck. Just the top of the lamp and the rest of the lamp separately.
Oh my.
What's on the other side? Okay, cool. Just don't show me.
Anointed must be gone.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's on the other side of the plot. Okay, cool. You just entrapped yourself in this room, didn't you? Is he on the other side of a glass? Yeah, he is. Never mind.
Go outside and make sure the others are okay.
Oh god. Oh god. Should have held onto that cross tighter. You press the button. Oh god, an incinerator. That could be good or bad. Okay.
Tried to bite me. What a sissy.
Dead. Is it dead? I think she's gonna burn him. That would be sick. Imagine if you die and last words are "what a sissy." Oh, he's alive. He's good.
Buffy, Owens!
Just give her a sec.
Let her go berserk.
You killed my date!
Yes! Right in! Alright, cool. That takes care of that.
I think I'll just walk home.
Where is home?
Which way is home?
Yeah, okay. My man's concussed.
Now, see, what you need is a guy who already knows your deepest, darkest secrets and still says, hey, I like that girl. Someone like...
Sander, chill. What does he have to say?
About last night.
You don't.
Is he gonna be like, that was sick?
I mean, last night was incredible.
This...
I never thought nearly getting killed would make me feel so alive.
So that's why you want to be with me. Something like.
Like, walk downtown at 3 in the morning and pick a fight in a bar. How about
I
that?
see. She's gonna
Should
be
I-
like, no.
Please don't take this personally. It's not you, it's me.
You just want to be friends.
That'd be nice.
Friends.
Nice. That's not how I expected it to go, but I'll take it. I like it. That's so good, though. I love that.
Father told me I was destined to be a watcher. Now, I had very definite plans about my future. I was going to be a fighter pilot. Or possibly a grocer. My father gave me a very tiresome speech about responsibility and sacrifice.
2 days in my world and no one really would get himself killed.
Yeah.
Or I'd get him killed.
Yep.
Or someone else.
I went to the funeral home of my own free will.
And I should have been there.
I don't have an instruction manual. We feel our way as we go along. I must say, as a slayer, you're doing pretty well.
Oh.
Well, at least I did stop that prophecy thing from coming true.
And I would imagine the master, wherever he is having a fairly bad day himself.
Cut to.
And in this time will come.
Okay. What is the reveal at the end of this episode?
Welcome, my friend.
The kid from the bus. I guess that was the anointed. The misdirection was you thinking that it was the dude that was saying crazy shit. But it was the kid. Oh Lord, it was the kid. It makes you think to like, you know, like, what was the name of that movie? I don't know the name of that movie, but there was a movie when it was a story about like a bunch of people trapped in like some place and one of them was killing the others and you didn't know who it was. But all of them were actually personalities inside of some convict's head and they were all killing each other. And then at the end, I'm spoiling this movie. Sorry, I don't know which movie it is, but I'm spoiling it. Sorry, skip ahead. But then at the end, it turns out like they thought that a little girl had died or like a little boy, and they were like, "Oh my God, the killer must be this guy." And then everyone dies except this one person. And then at the end, the little kid shows up and kills the other person that survived. And it turns out that the little kid was the murder personality. That's what makes me think. Sorry, that was a random ass pull. I don't even know the name of that movie, but I seen it. Okay. Anyway, all right. I really like that episode and the way it ended. I really do, because so at one point during the episode early, I was thinking this episode could be important towards Buffy development, and it was, but it wasn't as extreme as I thought it was gonna be. But it still managed to deliver something really good as a result, because I was thinking that, I don't know, she's gonna get someone killed, and then it's like, oh shit, like Buffy is gonna have to like carry that moving forward. No, it wasn't that, but it was like, in a way, something like deeper. It's the idea that Buffy wants so badly to date this guy, and it is funny that it's just some dude that we meet in this episode alone. You know, it's not someone that we have seen before. You know, we don't see him being the cool guy in class or anything. It's just like, no, this is just some dude that randomly shows up, and we just have to believe that Buffy's really into him. Which, sure, I'm down for that, because we haven't spent that much time with Buffy. We haven't spent any time, like, seeing what class is like. So, sure, I believe it. The entire episode, she's like, no, I want to be with this guy. I want to be with this guy. To the point that, like, literally every character, you know, like, Giles and Willow and well, not Sander, but Giles and Willow and Angel, to a degree Sander, everyone comes in and it's like, even Cordelia shows up, and they're all trying to interrupt Buffy from being with this guy. And Buffy is like, no, fuck off. Bye. Goodbye. I need to be with this guy. I just want to be with this guy. I just want to have one date, you know? And at the end, it all builds up really nicely towards the end, when at the end, the dude is actually like, in a way, is exactly what Buffy kind of would want, which is someone that knows about crazy shit, and he's like, no, but I am into that. And then Buffy is actually like, okay, we can't be together. Because someone that wants to be into that, someone that wants to be put in danger, something that is like, okay, let's go, let's do some crazy shit. That is the kind of person that you actually don't want to put in danger, because it's the kind of person that's gonna die. And that's the moment that Buffy is thinking, okay, I need to be responsible. Like, it's not me just fighting vampires and being like, okay, but I want to be a cool schoolgirl now. I just want to just have a social life. It's like, she wants to have that, but then at the same time, when that is offered to her, she has this moment where she has to make the choice of like, I can't, because of what might happen if I do it. You know, it's like I'm putting people in danger. I'm putting his life in danger, and I am putting other people's lives in danger. And then she looks at Giles and it's like, no, I was fine. And she's saying, no, but like I really needed to be there that night, you know? It is interesting that this is something that they're tackling like really early on in the show, because then that tells me that moving forward, Buffy's gonna be a character that when this situation or something like this happens again, she's actually gonna be like, no, I gotta be responsible. I gotta focus on my work. I can't put people's lives in danger. So that's really interesting. That's a mature topic and a mature development towards Buffy, like really early into the show, which is pretty fun, pretty interesting. I really like the way that that resolved. I really enjoy that because it all came from Buffy herself, you know, and that's something I really appreciate. I will say this episode had a couple of misdirections, which I appreciated, a couple of red herrings. I'm not sure if they intended for this to be a misdirection, which is Owen, but it ended up being one. And the reason why is because, so the entire time, and part of this is because, I will say, I'll be honest, I will be 100% honest. Part of the reason why I'm like looking at something and I'm like, oh, that's really obvious, but it could be a misdirect, is because people in the comments have been showing up and I've been going like, no, this show is really clever though. So whenever you think something, that might not be the case. And I'm just like, all right, fine. You know, I'm just going to be like, fine. I'm going to, every time I make a statement, I'm going to say like, but it might not be the case. So then no one can say that I'm not thinking about the possibility that it might not be the case. Because like, that's the thing, is that whenever I say anything, I know that that might not be the case. Because I am not all-knowing. Like, I'm not God. So I understand that it could be wrong. But until I am proven wrong, I am not necessarily gonna like say, oh, but I could be wrong. We just waste time here. Because it ends up being a situation where it's like, that might be the case. Or it might not be the case. And then it's just like, that completely nullifies any statement that I make. Because it's like, I just said nothing. I just contributed nothing to this conversation. So I'm just gonna, whenever I say shit, I know I could be wrong. But until the show proves me wrong, there's no point in me like addressing that I could be wrong. But like in this case, we did see a case where me saying that actually paid off. Because I kept looking at this guy. I kept looking at Owen and I was like, this guy seems sus. He's sus as fuck. Like, so it is suspicious on a meta level, and then it became suspicious on a real level. Because on a meta level, this guy shows up and then they're wondering like, oh, there's this anointed one, or there's like people that are going to die in order for them to rise up, or like he gives her like a really weird watch, and like this guy seems really into Buffy with like, so these are all things that you would consider to be sus. Because like, if someone is very proactive, if someone is like, no, I want to be with you, it's like, okay, that is suspicious. Because in a show like this, we're always watching for who might be the episode antagonist, or who might be this episode like weird, like antagonistic plot device or something. So we get a new character. He's really close to the main character. He really wants to be close to the main character. The main character is completely infatuated with this guy. What is the definition of infatuated? Did I use that word right? Possessed with an intense but short-lived passion or admiration for someone. I used that word correctly. Our main character is completely infatuated with this guy. And the guy seems to just not be tied to the main like conflict. So the entire time I'm thinking, okay, how is he going to matter? Like, he has to matter to the plot. But then I'm thinking, maybe not. Maybe he's just a guy that wants to be with Buffy, and Buffy wants to be with this guy, and it's gonna be this like thing of like, maybe he'll be the victim of the episode. Maybe it will be a tragedy, and that's gonna be the thing that matters. That's why he's mattering to the plot, because it's going to matter to Buffy's development. And in a way he did, but not in the way that I thought. So he wasn't an antagonist. He didn't turn out to be the anointed one or whatever. He wasn't like evil or anything. He wasn't the victim. He almost was the victim, but not really. It ended up being this thing where like, and this is something that ties into a scene that also was a misdirection, maybe, when they're all at the fucking bar and they say like, let's go to the fucking funeral house or whatever. And the guy was like, yeah, let's do that. That sounds awesome. And I'm just like, hold on. what? Like the fact that Owen was like, no, let's do it. That sounds super cool. And then when they go there, he follows them in there. And I'm just like, okay, that could not be more sus. To the point that feels like it is intended to be like you doubting him. So this is a point where I started like thinking like, no, this has to be a misdirection, like for sure. Because every character saw him come in and be like, and every character was like, no, but that's cool though. We're not gonna question why he's here, including Giles. Everyone was just like, oh, it's totally fine that this guy's here. And given, okay, no, I'll be fair. They have no reason to think that this random high school kid is evil in any way because it doesn't tie into anything. But it almost feels like the show was deliberately trying to make me think that he was evil. So much so that I can feel it being written, you know? Just being written in paper, just like, this is the part where he says something weird in order to misdirect people. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, then it's not. Because it's way too obvious. That's almost how I felt. It's not necessarily the way it was made, but that's how I felt. So at that point, I'm like, okay, he's too sus. He's like actually too sus. But it did end up tying nicely to the end because he did say like, oh, let's go to a funeral house, and he like goes and chases the ghost, and then he just sneaks in there after them, like whatever. It's like, why did he do anything like that? That's super weird. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, no, actually, I am super weird. Like, actually, I am into that shit. So sure, it works. It works because they just made a weird character. This guy, Owen, is just really into like weird, dangerous shit. He wants to be more outgoing. He wants to get into more weird, creepy stuff. And you know what? Sure, it works. This character is just like that. And the reason why he acted weirdly earlier is just because he's weird. Okay, it works. Moving on. But the fact that all of that ended up wrapping nicely in this moment where Buffy has to like essentially make herself the choice to just let him go because it would be bad to keep him around even though she really wants to, she realizes she doesn't. And it's pretty great. It's pretty great because it is a character defining and also a moment of learning for Buffy, our main character, and that's something I really enjoy. And she also had like a very nice scene with Giles when Giles comes in and he's like, you know, I was 10 when I was told that I was going to be a watcher, and my dad gave me this like nice lecture, this long lecture about responsibility, even though I wanted to be like an Air Force pilot or whatever, you know. It's like, so it's this nice scene with the two characters, and that is a character growth moment for Buffy. It's a mentor moment for Giles, and I just thought it was super cool. Okay, so that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic. Willow and Xander, I kind of wish they did more. Like, not just this episode, just in general. I'm waiting for the episode where they actually do something. I mean, okay, no. They do stuff. They haven't been the main focus of anything yet. And that's what I want to see. Because oftentimes we see Willow hacking into something and divining information. We see Xander stumbling onto something and actually being useful. We have seen them playing messenger, going from Giles to Buffy and saying, hey, Giles is in trouble. And they do like a gag when they're together or whatever. They are doing stuff. But like, I want to see Willow beat the shit out of a vampire. That's what I want to see. Given that's probably never going to happen. But I do want to see her like actively win, you know, actively defeat the bad guy for the episode, or Xander, you know, like I want them to be the one that actually gets something done. And I know that the name of the show is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know that Buffy's the main character, and I know that she's the superhero. So she's the one that should do these things, and I'm expecting her to do these things. But I would like to get one of the side characters to actually be the one that defeats the enemy, you know? And given we see teamwork sometimes, you know, we did see Willow like throw like holy water on a vampire in like episode 2, I think. And we did see Xander like hesitate to kill Jesse, everyone's favorite character, and then Jesse just got pushed into that. So I guess he did kill him, but the main focus of that episode was still Buffy. And I want to see one episode that is like actually focused on some of the other side characters, you know? I call them side characters, not really. They're like secondary main characters. That's what they are. They're the cast. I want to see them being the main focus at some point, and I want them to actually like solve the problem, you know? Because sometimes they help. Like in this case, in this episode, Giles, like, Buffy pushed the dude into the incinerator, and then Giles closed the door. He technically helped. It would be great if Giles pushed the vampire into incinerator, and then Buffy helped close it. You know, that's what I want to see. I want to see one of them actually be the one that does it, you know? So I'm hoping for that episode to come by at some point. It would be fucking sick, though, if we get to see Willow just beat the shit out of a vampire. I don't know how she would do that, but it would be crazy. It would be awesome if she just goes berserk and just fucking starts ripping and tearing. I don't see that happening, but that would be sick, wouldn't it? It would be fucking sick. Okay, I appreciate how much Willow is, like, helping Buffy with her date, but Xander is not. And like, the thing about that is that I know Xander doesn't want to help Buffy with her date because he wants to date Buffy, and thus he is jealous and he doesn't want to help. I understand that, but like, come on, man. I know he's 16, but also that's such a shitty thing to do. You want your friend to be happy, right? You want her to be happy and to get what she wants. So if you're actively sabotaging that, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. But also the fact that he doing these things and nobody realizes. I mean, okay, Willow, I think Willow knows. I think he actually told Willow. But like, Buffy doesn't realize that he has a thing for her, which I suppose takes us to the possibility that maybe she does realize that Xander has a thing for her. It's just that she chooses not to like actually engage with that thought. She's just like, no, I'm not touching that, you know, for whatever reason. She's like, no, I'm not touching that. Maybe that's it. Because it really seems like she's completely disregarding Xander's feelings that are obvious to us, but she's like not thinking too hard about them herself. Maybe because she doesn't take Xander seriously. Maybe because she just doesn't want to engage with them. I don't know. But maybe she knows and she just doesn't want that because she doesn't want to put him in danger, or because she just doesn't want to be with him. Whatever the case, it is a little bit of a Xander L all around. I kind of hope that he grows out of it. You know, I kind of hope that he goes like, you know what? I shouldn't have a crush on this girl. I'm just going to be her friend. As to not have like more awkward situations between the two. I think that would be the smartest thing moving forward, you know? There's only so many times I can be like, you know what? I can tolerate Xander just simping. And actually like sabotaging some things for Buffy because he's into her, but he wants to be with her. No one else, just him. It's like, come on, man, chill, relax, my man. I mean, that's also the thing about Xander is to like, I will say he's probably my least favorite character in the entire show. And that's because in like, we had 5 episodes, I think in 2 for sure, 3 episodes, he's simping. And I'm just like, man, calm down. Man, relax. And I know that previous episode he was like pheromone the fuck up by a succubus bug lady. Still, I'm just like, man, relax. Chill, my man, chill. I hope that doesn't become a thing moving forward. I hope that that's not his only like character trait. I know that it's not, but I hope it becomes more than mostly that moving forward. Willow also doesn't have a lot yet, so what I want is for the show to actually give me episodes where they actually focus on these secondary main characters, you know, not just Buffy. I want to know more about them, and I want them to see them grow. You know what? This show is like 150 episodes long, so I'm sure I'll see that eventually. I just want it to come soon, because I'm like, this episode succeeded in getting me invested in Buffy as a character. You know, she seems, because like I feel like Buffy as a character, I'm growing fond of her more every episode. In episode 1, not so much, because it's like, oh, she's like the secret superhero teenage girl, but she wants to be a teenage girl, but she doesn't want to deal with all this like crazy shit. And then moving forward, each episode she's like more accepting of that, but she's also like a little bit struggling some episodes. In this episode, she's really struggling with the idea of a date, but then she has like a clear growth moment. But then there's also moments in each episode where she has a moment of genius, almost. I will bring that up because I don't think I brought that up before, but I feel like every episode she's had a moment where she realizes something that's like actually clever for her to be like, it must be that. Like in this episode, Giles was like, oh, I don't know if there's a connection with that. And Buffy is like, oh, I think there is. See, here. It's like, cool. Good job, Buffy. And I think she has had a moment like that, at least one every episode. And that's something cool because it shows that Buffy is actually like very capable. She just doesn't want to be that only. She actually does want to have a boyfriend, but she's actually super capable. She wants to apply herself to it. So that's actually pretty cool about Buffy. So that's something about Buffy that you might not realize immediately, but now I'm like previous episode to this episode, I started to like clue into that more. So the show has been giving her enough spotlight, I think, for me to like be like, okay. Now I want to get a Giles episode, you know, I want to get a Willow episode. Fuck it, I'll get a Sander episode. I'll take those. So I hope we get one of those sometime soon. Okay. Well, I suppose at the end, the one thing that we can mention is the fact that Voldemort over here, he did get the Anointed One, which is the kid who was in the bus. The other misdirection besides Owen, was the fact that we thought it was that guy, the guy who was saying crazy stuff. No, it was the kid. Sure, misdirection city. And like the thing is that it is a misdirection, but then also at the end I was like, okay, what's gonna be the reveal? Because they've done it for like every episode so far, you know. So besides the premiere, I've been told that episode 1 and 2 air together when they air originally, so that was supposed to be a single story that you watch together. Had I known that, I would have released the two episodes like together, but I didn't, so they came a week apart. I'm sorry. But episodes 3 and 4 had the thing of like at the end there's like a whoa, there's a reveal, there's more shit happening, oh my god. And it's like coming into this episode, I was like, okay, what's gonna be this episode's reveal? And then at the when they said I'm sure the master is out there just like being angry as fuck. When they said that, I'm like, it's gonna cut to him like laughing and drinking wine, and there's like a disco ball and he's like doing a spinneroonie. Like I'm thinking like the complete opposite of whatever the fuck they said. And it wasn't that, but it was that. It was the fact that he was like, we did get the Anointed One, and it was the kid. You didn't see that coming. And I'm like, not really, but I did imagine that there was gonna be a reveal. So a little bit of that impact was lost because you've done it 3 times in a row. And you also led into that with the character saying like, I'm sure he's pissed. And I'm just like, he's not. He's totally chilling. But yeah, that's the final reveal. I don't know what the kid's gonna do. I don't know what the deal with the Anointed One's gonna be. I think they said it was gonna be like a super vampire. At least that's what I inferred from it. So, okay, this kid is gonna be an antagonist that we're gonna have to deal with, and it's gonna be an important antagonist. I don't know if the kid itself is gonna be just a kid with a creepy mask that's gonna be it's gonna look a little bit silly, or if it's gonna be I don't know, he's gonna summon more people, he's gonna create like an army, or he's gonna transform into a different monster. I don't know what the deal with that kid's gonna be, but sure, that kid's the only one. Okay, man, I want to see more of Angel, because like I think he has a spin-off show. I will say that, because people have told me that there's a spin-off show called Angel, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna guess that he's the main character of Angel, based entirely on the fact that his name is Angel. It would be funny if I was wrong, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. I don't know if I will, because this show is a commitment, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to commit more than I'm already committing, because ultimately the problem with my channel is that it's just me. I don't have an editor or anything, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of hate editing. So maybe later down the line when my channel is bigger, if it ever becomes bigger, maybe I can get an editor, but right now it's just me, and I don't know if I can do Angel at the same time, so whenever we get there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I want to see more of him now, because he's just shows up every episode. He literally just walks in and he's like, there's some bad stuff happening. Do you know that? And she's like, yes. And he's like, you should do something about it. And she's like, okay. And he's like, cool. And then he just walks away. And like, it's funny to me how much of a bad boy he looks like, you know? It's funny to me because he has this like, cool. And then he just like walks away and he has the exact same expression every time. It's this like serious expression, but also I'm a bad boy. So it's like, cool. Okay. Bye. It's just like, and it's funny because I noticed it. Like a previous episode, he like showed up and he had this like look and then he walked away. And then as he was walking away, he looked around the camera and looked with the exact same expression. And then he walked away again. And I'm just like, why is he such a bad boy? He's like mysterious. He comes in. He's cryptic. He has a leather jacket. He has the bad boy look. He doesn't change the expression at all. And then he just walks away. Just walks in, says random shit, refuses to elaborate, leaves. Just, okay. I want to know more about this character. And the thing is that I can tell that he matters. I can tell that he's going to be an important character whenever we get to that. But fuck. I need to know what his deal is. And also, I need to know if the fact that he's cryptic as fuck, like, is related to the reason why, he's the way he is. Like, I need the show to give me a real, like, actual reason why he refuses to elaborate on things, you know? He shows up and he's like, he's coming. You should be prepared. And it's like, can you give me a little bit more? And he's like, bye. Just walks away. And I'm like 90% sure that there is a reason, because I think in like episode 3 or 4, whatever it was, he did that and Buffy was actually self-aware about the fact that he refuses to elaborate on things. He's just so cryptic. So because of that, I think that the show knows that that's so like silly. So because of that, I'm expecting the show to actually give me a real reason. It just hasn't happened yet. So I'm just sitting here like, come on, how many episodes of this we have to deal with before we get there? Okay, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I can say about this episode. I'm also like super hungry. I'm gonna go get myself some food. So, all right, that's gonna be it for this episode of Buffy. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of a Buffy reaction. If you would like to watch the next 2 episodes, you can already do so at the Patreon. You can watch full-length reactions, support the channel, also some cool stuff. And yeah, see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.